Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, lovely people. Back for the live match instant reaction. Newcastle United 0, Liverpool 2. 6 points behind Newcastle, who are sitting fourth with a game in hand. Come closer, guys. Come closer. The top four race is back on. Will we get it? No. I'm not going to put my neck out there right now and say we're going to get it, because I still think we've got a long way to go. But we're in the race now. Especially if we win that game in hand. We're in the race now. Call me shameless, but I'm going to be shameless. We've gone on runs before. We can do it again. Might not be pretty. Doesn't need to be pretty, though. Picking up the points. Today wasn't pretty. Today was not pretty. But I tell you what, the result is going to be pretty. The table is looking prettier than it was. Z, I hear you. We probably won't catch United. We don't need to catch Man United. We only need to catch the team that's sitting in fourth place, whoever that is. United, City, and Arsenal, in my opinion, they've solidified the top three. We care about who's sitting in fourth place. And on the end of the 38th game, we need to be the team sitting in fourth position. By hook or by crook, we need to be there. And I'm not even going to sit here and say we're only 3 points off top four, because we ain't won our game in hand. Until we win that game in hand, we ain't 3 points off top four. We're still 6 points off. But it's looking a lot better. Put it this way, people. Going into the game today, we were 9 points off Newcastle with a game in hand. If we'd lost today, we'd have been 12 points behind Newcastle with a game in hand. So even if we'd won that game in hand, it would have still been 9 points. That's, to me, is still insurmountable. 6 points with a game in hand? Yeah. We can do that. Results would have to go right for us? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it can be done. Will slip-ups happen between now and the end of the season? Probably. But not just for us. Guys, let's be real. Chelsea been playing terrible. We all banked on them winning against Southampton at home today. We saw what happened. Many people didn't think we'd go and roll over Newcastle, beat Newcastle. They'll put up a much tougher chance or effort than they did. Went and beat them 2-0. No games are given. But I tell you what, this is far from over now. Today could have been the nail in the coffin. And that is the plank we're walking on. We're walking on thin ice now. But all we got to do is try and maintain. Make sure we keep in pace, and then we try and take over. Players are coming back from injury. God willing, Nunes, that's not a long injury. Thiago hopefully comes back soon. Ibu hopefully comes back soon. We keep the likes of Jota fit. Keep the likes of Bobby fit. If we can do that, then there's a chance. There's a chance, man. There's a chance. Or just wanted a sniff, pause, and now we're there. We're there. Right, I'll briefly go through the game before we do our player ratings and chop up the player performances, etc. The game started, and anyone who did just watch the watch along with us would know that for the first 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes, we were so off the pace. We looked lackluster. I think Jamrock made a good point saying, why are we just hoofing the ball straight from the center? We were just floating the balls in the air. We were terrible. And then Amaron threw on goal. 1-on-1 with Alisson, you're thinking, wow, in the first 4 minutes. Then bang, Alisson saves it. Then I literally said it. Before the goal happened, I literally said, we need to get the ball on the floor and just play a bit of football. Doesn't need to be fancy. Just play a bit of ball. and we can do something. Played a little few passes, nothing crazy. We see Trent's pass. That was crazy. Trent's pass had to be perfect, but take nothing away from Nunez's first touch. Nunez's first touch offsets Nick Pope completely. Nick Pope's not expecting him to make that first touch. Offsets him completely. And then the finish, unerring. Smashes it bottom corner. And don't sleep on the finish, people. That's a hell of a finish. Then you're thinking, all right, got the goal here. Then we start to settle into the game. And that second goal, we're going to speak about Salah's performance because I don't think he was the greatest today. But you see that pass. It was so reminiscent of Mane's assist to him against Man United when we beat them 4-0 at Anfield last season. That sort of round the corner chip pass. It looks easy because they make it look easy because they're world-class players. That pass was beautiful. Might be the assist of the season for us. Might be. It's a debate. And again, the control, the timing of the run from Gakpo and a controlled finish puts us in a commanding 2-0 lead. And then they go down to 10 men. And once again, Alisson gets the ball. And he every season he does this. He gets the ball, looks up, sees Salah on his bike and says, here, outside the foot, hold that. Salah didn't control it this time, but Nick Pope completely panicked. Handled the ball and he was off. From that point, I thought, game done, it's over. I thought, yep, we may not go and blow these lot away, but we're going to control the game. We're going to make sure these lot don't pressure us. They'll have a couple of counter-attacks here or there, but that's it for them. How wrong was I? Said Maxman hit the post after Alisson saved it. Dan Burn hit the post from a corner. Conceding corners, conceding free kicks, conceding chances. Alisson makes another phenomenal save towards the end of the game as well. When the red card happened, I thought we'd be comfortable, and we looked anything but. We looked very uncomfortable. But I'm not going to sit here and be upset. I've had my moan in the watch-along, and that's because I'm a perfectionist. I want Liverpool to be the best. I want Liverpool to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to that. But I'm not going to sit here and moan. Do you know why? Because if you had said to me yesterday, Cal, you can go out there today and you can beat Newcastle 2-0 and collect 3 points from St. James's Park, I'd have said, where do I sign and where's the pen? So moaning, annoyance, you're not going to get any of that from me today. So if you've tuned in for a rant or anything like that, sorry, guys, you're not going to get it. You're going to get some shamelessness. You're going to get some happiness. You're going to get some joy. But most of all, you're going to get some relief. Because I was worried going into this game. I was worried. The starting lineup from Klopp, I thought was very good today. Could have played certain players here or there. I wasn't too happy with Virgil starting. I'll be honest, Virgil doesn't play today. I don't think we get through that game. And even Virgil wasn't at his all-conquering peak. But commanding. Telling people what to do. And that post-match interview said it all. Standards. His standards are high. I want people like that. I want people with high standards. I want people that when you've won 2-0, but you had a sloppy performance, they come out and say, that was good, but we can do better. Defending from corners, woeful. But you take Virgil out of that team today, I don't think we keep a clean sheet. We might not even get the win. So we've still got a long way to go, but we're on the right track now. We're starting to see the press come back as well. Shout out to Henderson today, leading the press. His performance, again, I'll speak about in the player ratings. But you see the pressing, can't fault him for that. Triggered the press today. I don't know if that was a tactic. And if it was a tactic, well done to Pep Lijnders and Jurgen Klopp. Because Hendo triggering the press today did not help Newcastle at all. It offset Newcastle's way that they were playing out from the back. They weren't expecting it. So shout out to Jordan Henderson for his pressing. The whole game, or the whole time he was on the pitch, I say, pressing like a madman, but intelligently. What I'd like to see is when he triggers the press, others start to get on his wavelength and know when and who to press. But that will come in time. Gakpo's new. Nunez is still new. That will come. But shout out to Henderson for that. Flacco, again, still off the pace. Still not his great self, but better. Better. Look, from a human standpoint, the one thing we all try and do in life is we'll try and improve day on day in. Every day you try and be 1% better than you were yesterday. And the same with playing football. If you can improve yourself by 1% every single game, you'll become a better footballer. You'll become better in form. And I think we're starting to see that from Flacco. Bashetic, again, a player who's performing well beyond his age in years. Like, and again, you see the difference when the midfield's on, we can work around it. Robbo, I was going to say he's flawless. He wasn't. We know he wasn't. We know what he did towards the end of the game. But Robbo was outstanding today. Please, guys, don't let what he did at the end of the game cloud your judgment about how good Robbo was today. Almiron and Trippier have been causing teams problems for months now. He had that left-hand side on lock. On lock. Trent, again, passing was outstanding. The assist was outstanding. Defending, a lot of the time, was very good. Going forward as well, like, you see the energy levels. When he's traveling forward with the ball, he wants stuff to happen. There's intent there. Gomez, we'll speak about. I'm going to be real, we'll speak about Gomez. Alisson, best goalkeeper in the world. I will debate any fan from any club with any goalkeeper. Alisson Becker is the best goalkeeper in the world. He's been the best goalkeeper in the league, and he was the man of the match today, not Alan Saint-Maximin. Yeah, he was. So whoever don't like it, tough. But the facts are the facts. He's the best in the world, and he's ours. Yeah, he's ours. I ain't swapping Alisson Becker for no one. You're going to have to give me 2 world-class keepers if you're taking Alisson away. Not our Brazilian goalkeeper. You're mad. Nunes showed out today. Set the tone. Gakpo. He started to show reasons why we signed him. And look, I'll be the first to say it. If he proves me wrong, I'll be the first to come on here and say, my Cody Gakpo. You know how shameless I am. Salah, phenomenal assist. Up and down performance. But overall, guys, we cannot be sitting here and be upset with Liverpool Football Club tonight. We can be upset and annoyed with certain things that happen in the game. But anyone, any Liverpool fan would have bitten your hands off for a 2-0 win at St. James's Park. Man City went there, couldn't get a win. Arsenal have played them, couldn't beat them. Shout out to Gunali, I'll see you in the chat. We've just gone to St. James's Park and we've beat them. Kept a clean sheet as that as well. 2 clean sheets in a row, 2-0 wins. If we do that from now to the end of the season, I'm good with it. I'm bloody good with it. So, people, I'm going to need your help here. We're going to do some player ratings. I don't think I need your help for the first one, though, if I'm going to be honest. And again, I hate to be a dictatorship or say I'm going to just take over and be like, but Alisson Becker, look, I'm just going to put him in there. I'm just going to give him an Alcantara. He gets a 10.5. He gets a 10.5. Look, if anyone wants to debate me on it, with all due respect, just don't send your message in because I'm going to ignore it because he's the best in the world. And without him today, we don't win. Without Alisson Becker today, we don't win. Yes, Nunes and Gakpo got the 2 goals, but without Alisson Becker, we don't win. If you don't save that Almiron shot before we go 1-0 up, we don't win that game today. If you don't save the Alan Saint-Maximin shot, it's a whole new game. And if he doesn't save the shot at the end, it's a whole horrible end to the game as well. Alisson Becker stands up, and when he's counted, he is the man. The man. Like, for me, he's a 10.5. It's a 10.5, easily. Right. Trent. For me, I'm going to give Trent... I'm gonna go 7.5 for Trent today. I thought the assist was excellent. There wasn't many. I can't think of any. Again, help me out here, guys. I know my memory is good, but maybe I can't think of many times he got beaten or anything. He got the assist. He was creating outside of that as well. Do you know what? Maybe 7.5 is too low. You know what, Drew? You're right. You're right. You know what? Maybe I'm not being shameless enough. Maybe it's an 8.5. Maybe it's an 8.5 for Trent. I can't think of anything he did wrong today. A couple of hoofballs and stuff like that. But everyone was doing it. Do you know what? 8.5 for Trent. 8.5 for Trent. Yeah, I'm in a generous mood today. 8.5 for Trent. I can live with that. I can fully live with that. This is where it's gonna start getting a little techie. Joe Gomez. Guys, we've got to really have a serious conversation about Joey G, man. Joey. I think Joey gets a 5 today. I think Joey gets a 5 today. I think he was average. I don't know what's going to happen with Jojo. I don't know. I love Joe Gomez, man. Not because I've seen him at his peak and I've seen what he can do, but I also seen his story, how he's battled back from numerous injuries, the love he has for the club. He never gets in trouble. You never hear of anything behind the scenes. As a human being, you always hear good things about him. But football is cutthroat as well, man. I love Joey G. If he can turn his form around, then we're not even having this debate, especially with him being homegrown as well. I know you guys are going to batter me with this homegrown thing, but it is important, as we're seeing right now, because we're being linked to Mason Mount, which is mainly because he's homegrown. But something's got to be done about Joey G, man. I'm going to go 5 for Joey G. I don't think he was a 4. Do you know, maybe he was, and maybe I'm being too soft on him because we won the game. He kept on making mistakes, man. Positional awareness is really poor as well. Like that chance that Isak has, all he had to do in that situation was just look and stay with Isak, and he started running towards the ball when there was 3 players over by St. Max. Like, is he a 4 or 5, guys? Let me know in the comments. Is Joey G a 4 or is he a 5? I'm swayed between the two. I know Drifty would kill me right now and he'd be like, there should be a 4.5. We ain't got a 4.5. I'm seeing 5s. I'm seeing 4 5s here. If I don't see any 4s, and I'm seeing 5s. I'm gonna go. I've seen 1 4. I've seen a 4 point junior. You know I can't do a 4.5. Get out of there with that, bro. All right, I'm gonna go 5 for Joey G, but his performances really have to. T just said 9. He's gonna have to really improve because he's better than this, but he's just not showing it. He is way better than this. Virgil. I don't think Virgil was amazing today. But what I will say is he was very commanding, did what he had to do, grew into the game as well. I would go a 7 for Virgil. I think Virgil was very good today. I think he could have been a little bit more. I think he could have done more from some of the set pieces. But maybe that's just me being a bit nitpicky. I would go 7 for Virgil today. I don't think he was brilliant, but I thought he was very good when he needed to be. So yeah, I'm gonna go 7 for Virgil. It's glad to see Virgil back as well. I hope we don't run him into the ground. He has just come back from injury. Please manage his minutes. He's just come back from a hamstring injury as well. Please manage his minutes. Robbo, boy, you know, shout out to Guna Lee. Guna Lee, by the way, I did tell you you'd win today, and I did say you'd win the league. So surely I'm not the judge that you claim I am. But well done on the win today. That was a champion's performance today, Gunali. And you know I don't like Arsenal, but that's a champion's performance. Good luck for the rest of the season. But that was a champion's performance. But you know, if you mess up again, I'm going to be on your neck. And it's not even just me anymore. Beige and Barnes, everyone, the whole army, they're coming for you, Lee. Robbo for me today, I'm going to be real. Robbo was if Trent's an 8.5, I think Robbo's at least an 8.5. Robbo's at least an 8.5. And I know, guys, what he did when he was through on goal was criminal. It was criminal. It was criminal. But apart from that, he was excellent, man. He was absolutely excellent. Up and down the wing, driving forward. He was starting attacks. I don't think he got beaten like in any duels from what I saw, what I can remember. He was excellent today, man. Excellent. Like, for me, he was better than Trent, but Trent got the assist, which is why I gave him an 8.5. Robbo gets an 8.5 from you as well. He did bottle the chance, Aliyah. I know he bottled it. I know he did. No excuses for that. I don't care what position you play on the pitch. If you're in that situation, you got to go for goal. 8.5 for me for Robbo. 8.5. Big up Robbo. Nice to see him getting back into form as well. But again, let's not rinse Robbo until he gets out of form. You've got a Simicast there as well. We can get game time here and there. Jordan Henderson. The press was outstanding. Nothing else was, though. In fact, everything else, in my opinion, was below par. If I'm wanting to judge a midfielder based on performance, I'm looking at pressing, I'm looking at passing, I'm looking at tackling, I'm looking at interceptions, spatial awareness. I'm also looking at footballing IQ, knowing when to pass, when to hold on to the ball for a bit longer. Out of those 6 things, he only performed well in one area. I can't give him a high ranking for that. I got to go 5 again for Hendo. I've got to go on the same level as Joey G. I think it's got to be a 5 for Hendo. Hendo can't be a starting number 8 for Liverpool if we're looking at winning leagues and stuff, in my opinion, anymore. He can't. Definitely don't want him to be sold. But he for me, has to do what Milner's doing this season. He comes off the bench and he solidifies things. He's the one you bring off the bench when you want to just ease out of the game. All right. Do you know what? I'm looking at the comments, and this is how hard it is to judge Hendo, because I'm seeing some people saying he's 6 or 7. I'm seeing others saying he's a 4 or worse. I think he was a 5 overall. I think he was a 5 overall. For me, he's a 6 now, or he's an 8 in the last 20 minutes of a game. For us to be relying on Henderson as an 8 from start to finish, or from start to 65 minutes or 60 minutes or 70 minutes, I don't think it can run anymore, man. I don't think it can run anymore. I really don't. But that's a conversation for another day. Big up Drifty if you're watching. I don't want to see you at my house today, Drifty. Like, I'm just judging him based on today. I know when it comes to the Henderson security, I know the security is top draw. I don't want no smoke, brother. I'm sorry, Drift. I'm just judging him on today. Flacco, Fabinho. Really slow start to the game. Got a yellow card very early on. And you know what is weird? I didn't want to say it during the game because I didn't want to jinx it. You see, when everyone was saying take Flacco off, he's on a yellow. Flacco's never been sent off for us, I don't think. He knows when he's on a yellow to just calm right down. Flacco knows how to play with a yellow card. He's done it against Bars. He's done it numerous times. So when he gets a yellow card, I don't really feel scared or nervous because he's been there so many times. It's like, all right, it's just another thing. I just know I need to just temper it down a little bit. But some of the tackles he's got to be careful. And the reason I'm saying that, I don't want to see him injure a player. I do not want to be watching a game and see Flacco hurt someone. Don't want to be doing that because, one, I don't want to see a player get injured because that's their livelihood and that's their passion. But two, I think we all saw how Flacco reacted when he injured the Brighton player. He's not that type of guy. He's not that type of guy who wants to go out and hurt people just for the sake of it. He plays the game tough, as you should do, but he's not a player that goes out and says, I'm looking to do him today. I think if Flacco actually goes out and hurts someone, I think it ruins his career because he'll never be the same again. I don't think he'll be able to live with himself. But also, I don't want to see him injure a player either because I don't want to see any player injured. That being said, I thought Flacco grew into the game. I think he started to take a bit more control. I do still think he looks very leggy, which is a big concern for me, especially in that DM position. But I'm going to go for a 6.5 for Flacco today. I thought it was above average today. I'm going to go 6.5 for Flacco. And let's hope he continues to work his way into form. Because in form and fit Flacco is a game changer for us. Once again, haven't unfortunately been able to get an image for Bišćetic. I don't think today was his greatest of games. But again, what he did do was very good, in my opinion. There were times where he'd get the ball and he'd take pressure off the team because despite his age, he knows when to hang on to the ball, when to release it quickly, when to let the ball roll across him so he can shield it and then start an attack. He's got such a bright future ahead of him. Wasn't his best of games, but not because he was doing things wrong. I just think he wasn't that involved, to be honest. Wasn't that involved, but I'll give him a 7 today. The things he did well. I just would have liked a bit more involvement from Bišćetic today. But he's 18. He's allowed to have these sort of games. He's allowed. And the future's bright for him. Speaking to a man like Matt earlier on the phone, Spain's midfield in years to come could be Gavi, Bišćetic, and Pedri. That's scary. That's scary. And they could go on and play for the next 10 years together. Or when they start playing together. That's a very scary prospect. But if you're a Spanish fan, that's phenomenal. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 7 for Bišćetic. Mo Salah. All right. So what do I want from in the same way I gave my criteria from midfielder, what do I want from my attacker? Goal or an assist. A goal involvement would be nice. Using the ball well. Pressing well. Those are 3 main things. And footballing IQ. I think Salah had a good game, but nothing more than that. It was almost like he was that close from turning decision making as well as another thing. He was that close from turning a 7 out of 10 performance into a 9.5 out of 10 performance. It's the final ball or the final decision. Like his assist was phenomenal, but then I look at some of the times where he got through and you're trying to pass with the outside of your left foot as opposed to your right foot, or you're slowing the game down when you should be speeding up, or you're speeding up when you should be slowing it down. Mo's out of form. He is out of form. The only thing I would say, which is a shining light, is he's out of form, but he's still getting goal contributions. You have to rate that because goals, they win games. I don't want to turn this into a Klopp situation. In the same way when Eddie Howe took off Joe Linton, I said sometimes you need to save a player from himself. Salah did not have to play the whole game today. He didn't. He just didn't have to play the whole game today, especially when you got a game on Tuesday, which you know is a guaranteed starter for. Why are we running plays into the ground? The game's 2-0. 70th minute, 75th minute, 80th minute, bring him off. If you're keeping Salah on because he wants personal glory, because Salah wants a goal, because Salah wants this or Salah, with all due respect, you're the manager. You sell Salah, you're not Liverpool Football Club. We need you fit and firing so Liverpool Football Club is at their absolute best. Salah has to start getting some rest. I don't want to be sitting here in a year's time and we're sitting there going, Salah looks like he's just got nothing left in the tank. He just looks devoid of ideas. We can't do that. If Salah goes down that route, it's on the club. It's not on Salah. You've heard about Salah's diet. Salah was telling Harvey Elliott, no, don't eat too much bread. Salah backs off his top in a goal celebration. You see the guy takes care of himself. Always in the gym. Mane, always in the gym. These guys are always in the gym. Their mentality is elite. But they're human beings. You can have the best car in the world. If you keep on driving it in the wrong gear, you're going to damage the engine. If you don't give something rest, it's going to become exhausted. Salah needs to start getting some rest. I really hope he does, because Salah with rest, for me, is unplayable. This Salah, you can play against. Salah with rest, is unplayable. So for me, I'm going to give Salah a 7.5 today. The assist gives him a 7.5. Without that, I'd have given him a 7. So 7.5 for Salah. Good performance. Again, playing himself back into form. Long may it continue. Next, Darwin Núñez took his goal brilliantly, working back, tracking back. Desire, his decision making, I think for the most part, was very good from what I saw. The only downside is the potential injury. That is the downside. It's painful to see him on the floor, and it was painful to see him with that injury. Shout out to Doc and to Chris Angel from the last stream, who was saying what they think it could be. Respectfully, I know you're both excellent at your profession. Respectfully, I hope you're both wrong. And I hope this is just like a bruise and he's fine for Tuesday. But again, I will also say this. Tuesday is one game. Do I want us to beat Real Madrid? Absolutely. Do I want us to have Núñez fit and available for that game? 100%. But if Núñez isn't 100% fit, don't play him. Just don't play him. Leave him be. Go with the other guys and wait till he's fully recovered and then unleash him. Don't rush him back just for one game. Because if you rush him back for one game and it gets worse in that game and he's out for a longer period, it's going to be even worse. So let's just see where that goes. I hope it's not as bad as we think it is. It does look like it's a clavicle, aka a collarbone injury. So hopefully it's not. But I'm going to give Núñez, I thought Núñez was excellent. So I'm going to give him a 9. Just like the position he plays. Núñez was top draw today. And long may that continue. Long may that continue. So a 9 for Calvin Núñez. Cody Gatpo. Thought he had another good game today. Again, Cody's a bit of a weird one because he doesn't do much throughout the whole game. He's not massively involved. He doesn't really put himself about. But that goal was decisive. That goal wins us the game. That sealed the game, in my opinion. So I'm very happy with how we finished that chance. Again, he looked a little leggy today. He looked like he could have done with a break. I would have kept him on longer than Salah and Núñez, only because he's played less than them this season for Liverpool. He did what he had to do. One chance, one goal. Hey, who's moaning? I ain't. Big up Cody. Big up Cody. Had a really good game again today. I'm actually going to give him an 8 today. I don't think he was as good as Darwin. I think he was better than Salah. So I'm going to give him an 8. Let me know what you guys think. 8 too low? Maybe an 8.5? He's definitely better than Salah. I just don't think he was better than Núñez. Nunes was our best attacker today. I'm going to go 8 for Cody. Long may this form continue and hopefully he continues to get more goals and more assists. Substitutions now. James Milner. James was giving away the ball quite a lot when he first came on. But shall I tell you something? You see when there's a 50-50 there to be won? Bet your bottom dollar James Milner ain't pulling out. He's not pulling out. Pause. Like, and it's, look, you can fault him for it, you can praise him for it. You just know if Milner's got a chance to win the ball, he's going to try and win it. Should he be a Liverpool player beyond this season? I don't think so. We see today's performance, he set a tempo and a tone. He really did. For me, for his performance, there's about 3 or 4 very good tackles he made. 1 or 2 which weren't great. But out of the tackles he made, about 3 or 4 very good. I'm gonna go a 7 for Milner today. I'm gonna match his shirt number. I'm gonna go 7 for Milner today. Big up James Milner. Diogo Jota. Just coming back from injury, still easing his way in. For me, could have had a hat-trick. Should have had at least 2. Should have had a brace, in my opinion. The header, I don't think there's any excuses for missing that header. The one where he rounds the goalkeeper, I just think he was a bit slow and indecisive. The header where he kind of floats in the air and heads it back where it's coming from, I think that's the hardest of the chances. If he scores that, it's a world-class header. If he doesn't, you're thinking, that's really unlucky. He looked lively. He's linking up the play well. I still maintain he's our best striker at the club. I'm going to give Jota a 7 today as well. I think Jota's one of those. He's not a Sturridge who can be out for a long time, come back and be sharp as a nail. Sharp as a razor, should I say. Maybe that's a better analogy. But one thing with Jota, once he gets into rhythm and momentum, you don't stop him. So he gets a 7 for me today, which is, again, still good considering he's far from match fit. Harvey Elliott, don't think he really did much. He was getting about, was making tackles and interceptions. Pretty quiet though. So I'm going to give Harvey a 6. I don't think he was poor. He's above average for me. So I'm going to give Harvey a 6. Yeah, if you're a Bobby Firmino fan, look away now. This hurts me more than it. I sound like my mum when she was telling me off back in the day, but this hurts me more than it's going to hurt you guys. Bobby gets 2. Bobby was atrocious today, man. Bobby cooked for about 2 minutes when he came on. The rest was absolutely atrocious. It was atrocious. It was so bad. That's possibly the worst cameo performance I've seen from Bobby Firmino. It was bad. It was so bad. I'm sorry, guys. Like, he gave away a chance where it was a 3. They left us 3 on 2. Again, I hear when people are saying I'm being too harsh saying it's 2, but feel free, guys, to kind of go against me here and justify why you don't think it's a 2. What? And if it isn't a 2, what would you give him? Because it was not just the fact he was losing the ball, it was where he was losing the ball, how he was losing the ball. He had no reason to be losing the ball where he was losing it. Like, Bobby was known for pressing. He was the guy for pressing. He looked leggy today. He just didn't look like he was himself. Brandon, I'll be honest, 6.5 is way too high. 6.5 puts him on the level with Flacco, and no, we can't do that. Don't look. Forget about Bobby, what he's done for us in the past and how much we love him and how great of a footballer he's been for Liverpool. Judge him on his appearance today, guys. It hurts me. I'm the biggest Bobby fan you'll know. I've been sticking up for Bobby as long as I've been doing this channel. But today was bad. It was really bad. The most I can give Bobby is a 3, guys. The most I can give him is a 3. Nothing over 4. It just can't. And it does open up the conversation about whether he should be here beyond this summer. Ghost, I don't think he's a 5. He can't be a 5, man. He wasn't better than Henderson or Joey G or the same. Like they were better than him today. And that's saying a lot because Joey and Hendo weren't great. I'm just judging him based on today. I'm going to give Bobby a 3/4. I'm going to put him in that poor category because that ain't the Bobby I want to see playing for Liverpool, man. That ain't the Bobby I want to see playing for Liverpool. He looks like his legs are going. Jurgen Klopp, guys. We got the win, got a clean sheet. I don't think the game management was great, but I'll be quick to say it's not all on Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp, it's not his fault that Robbo decided to cut it back when he's one-on-one goalkeeper. It's not his fault that Bobby Firmino gave away the ball in midfield, which left us 3-on-2. It's not his fault that Almiron got in the first couple of minutes. It's not his fault that Alan St. Max was surrounded by 4 or 5 players and still managed to get in. It wasn't his fault that Isak got the ball from spinning away from Joe G and hitting it over the post. These weren't Jurgen Klopp faults. I think he was quite smart with how he was changing the formation, especially when we made the substitutions. At first, we went 4-2-3-1, then we went back to 4-3-3. For me, adding a starting lineup was very good as well. Brought Virgil back in, which I disagreed with, but it worked out well for us. Klopp for me gets an 8 today. Klopp for me gets an 8. This is a Jurgen I want to see. This is our manager. And I'll be clear again. Jurgen Klopp can't go before FSG. Absolutely not. Again, a conversation for another day, but Jurgen Klopp, 8 out of 10 for me. Very happy with his performance today. He looks like he's getting that spark back as well, which is very good to see. I think we can all agree, though, guys. Man of the match, Alisson Becker, right? Don't think there's any two ways about that. Alisson Becker, he's the man. All right, let me help these super chats people. Timmy says, nice result, but horrible performance. I don't think it was a horrible, just wasn't great. Sultan says, big up Sultan as well. Much needed win. A 6 is my priority in the summer. Flacco gets spun way too easy. We must not concede these types of chances versus Benzema and Vinicius. Agreed. Yeah, we got to have a conversation about Flacco, man. Hard conversation. One of my favorite players. Bajan Barnes says, finally, the real cow has come back to cover. Finally, the real cow has come back to Kopish. Shameless. Ghost says, where are all the Nunes and Gakpo haters? I'm hearing crickets. Yeah. And look, I wouldn't say I'm a hater of either of the two, but I had my doubts. I still have a few doubts over both of them. But tonight, I'm silent. Calwin and Gatpo, not Gakpo, Gatpo, because he's a shooter. Hold my hands up. They got us to 3 points today, and they've been very good last couple of games. John says, big up yourself, John, our longest member. Big up Cal, Matt, and Drift. How are you, Cal? I am not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Few aches and pains here or there, physically. But I'm all right apart from that. Family's healthy. Friends are good. Liverpool just won. Can't complain. Can't complain, man. All things considered, I'm very blessed. Very blessed by God. So, yeah, we move, man. Could always want more in life, but that's just being greedy, isn't it? So, I'm all good, John. Hope you and the family are too. People, I'm going to wrap up there. We are going to be back on Monday. What are we today? Saturday. Monday, we're back for the live match reaction. Please do smash the like button if you haven't already. There's over 800 of you in here. And if you're watching this on replay, please do make sure you smash the like button. I got a shout out to my brother Big Six Bants Monts. He'll be going live shortly. There's a redirect straight from here to that show, sorry. So make sure when this is finished, you go and listen to what Monts has got to say. Big up Monts, who filled in for Matt on the watch long on Monday. We had a good vibe, so big up Monts, and make sure you subscribe to Big Six Bants as well. A couple other shout outs. You got Saint LFC TV, you got Jamie Phillips Football Chat, you got Glasgow Red TV with John Moore, you've got Anfield Rods, Uncle Rods. You got a couple of new channels starting soon as well. I'm not going to put them out there yet until they want me to, but you know who you are, and you know if you need any help with anything, any advice, you know where I am. Don't hesitate to pick up the phone. Shout out to World of Football, aka Jersey Boy, who's helped us put a lot of the stuff behind the scenes together. And as always, guys, shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys who keep us working hard, keep us honest. You give us constructive criticism. You praise us when we need it. Shout out to the Jerry James show as well. Big up Abdus for the reminder. Big up to Jerry. You guys are the goats, man. We love you all. Thank you very much for tuning in. Until we see you next time. Hold on. Also, Liverpool 12th man. I know your channel's coming soon. I can't wait to see that happen as well. But no, bless you all, people. Until we see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we're out. Liverpool win. Top 4 back on. Title race pending. Ba-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.